Hello everybody, my name is Airline and we are back in Rainswept. We last left off, we ran into a woman, we got our car fixed by a guy named Jack who has a weird obsession, whoa, that came out wrong, weird obsession with his red convertible. We are now in town because we did not want Jack to give us a ride because I didn't know what car he was taking. Things would have got really, really weird in that red convertible if he, knowed, in that convertible. So we decided to call in for a patrol call, and they dropped us off at town, which it was nighttime, but for some reason it looks really light for night. Anyways, we are here now. Here we are, the famous PART4 market. I'm kidding. Not much to see here, really. Let's see if we can talk to some of the locals here. All right. It isn't very busy at this time of day, but there should be a few people here. If you get tired and feel like heading to the hotel, let me know. We can walk back here and talk to them another day. And I will carry you like a little baby. All right. Pineview books. Fiction or... Oh, fiction or non-fiction? Let's see, do I like fiction or non-fiction? No, I like fiction. Me too. I bet you say that to everybody. I wonder, hold on. Fiction or non-fiction? I'm saying non-fiction. Non-fiction. Fiction for me. Oh, she actually does like fiction. All right. Well, see, we're already on that connection level. Let's just ride off into that sunset. Hey, don't hit me. Stay on the road. I'm watching you. Oh, it's 4 p.m. Now we're going backwards in time. Nope, now it's 4 p.m. again. And those look like Brussels sprouts. And I can't investigate anything here. There's a red truck. And there's a coffee menu here. Cherry pie. You should come here for breakfast someday. The owner, Mark, is a pretty great guy. You mean me? Oh, you mean me? What kind of crossing of the legs is that? Bruh, dude, don't do that. That looks weird. Let's just look at him. That must be Mark. I sure am. Yeah. Okay. For some reason, I feel like Mark is fabulous, so I'm gonna talk like that. Hey, detective, have a seat. No, I'm not gonna do that. That's messed up. Do you want some coffee? Do you want some tea, some coffee? My cafe is extremely cozy and warm. No, that's all right. Come over here if you want a pint. Keep your unhealthy habits to yourself, Allie. Too much coffee is unhealthy too. Also, if you haven't noticed, he's already smoking a cigarette. Ignore him. He just likes to annoy me. And yet, I let it get to me. Who is that? That's Alan, the owner of the bar next door. My brother. Twin brother? Not that you know by the way we lead our lives. I don't know how he ended up as polar. Let's start the sentence over. Not that you know by the way we lead our lives. I don't know how we ended up as polar opposites. I know. I got all the good stuff. Shoot! Go away! What the crap? How long has it been since you moved to Pineview, Mark? I was born here. My family lived here for many years before that. We left our city when I was about 10. My dad was looking for better work. I returned soon as I graduated, about 9 years back. I prefer the life here. Big cities just aren't for me. Now it's just me, my books, and my coffee shop. Life is simple, and I love it. Did Alan also come with you at the same time? No, Alan, he only joined me here 5 years back. He had a bit of trouble in his old life and wanted a fresh start. Maybe he can tell you more about that. I'm guessing he lives alone. Do you live by yourself, Mark? No, I'm married. I've been about 6 years now. Okay, well, prove me wrong. I am not a good detective, apparently. Met my wife in my own cafe, actually. Oh, that's a cute story. We were very happy for you, Mark. ... Does Alan also live with you? No, but he lives close by. Was he in last night? Yes, I think so. Didn't check on him or meet him though. Let's talk about Chris or Diane. Did you see them often? Did you see Chris and Diane often? No, barely. A handful of times, maybe. They came into the cafe a few times, but that was in the early days when they first moved in. They wouldn't say much to me or anyone else, and mostly kept to themselves. Or I could say they didn't have eyes for anyone else. To put it bluntly, they looked very much in love. Love. Blah! What can you tell me about them? What else can you tell me about them? Anything that stands out? Well, I kind of identified with Chris in a way. It sounded like he had moved here for the peace of mind from this place. My reading skills are so subpar. Sounds like he moved here for the peace of mind this place provides, and to start a small business for himself. What business? He'd been trying to get a hotel project off the ground here, from what I hear. He had trouble getting the project approved. Maybe Father Smith can tell us more about that. He's involved in the planning committee. Alright, let's see. What, any more questions? Where were you last night? Sure. As always, I closed my place by 8 p.m. I bought some supplies from the general store down the street and then went home. I assume the storekeeper will remember that? Yes, Miss Brown. She was in last night. At that time. She should be able to confirm what I just said. And Alan, could he confirm this? He didn't come back to work yesterday. He took a day off. Said he was feeling unwell, so he stayed at home all day. Looks like that passed, luckily. Looks fine today. Alan, you looking mighty suspicious. Anyway, I went back home after that, changed, and went for a jog, as usual. Came back, took a nice long warm bath, made myself a cup of coffee, and had my dinner. Then read a book for an hour or so, and was probably asleep by 10:30 p.m. Pleasant, ordinary evening. Alright, have you noticed anything unusual lately? Anything out of the ordinary? No, can't say I have. Everything's been pretty much the same as usual. Okay, well, that was short and to the point. Alright, well, we will talk later, sir. Might have to take you up on that cherry pie. Uh-oh, she's coming over. Oh, I thought she was about to say something to me. Like, I finally wanted to tell you, I love you. Nope. She's like, here's your second pass to the friend zone. Alright, Alan. Where were you on the night of the murder? You did it, didn't you? What's up, detective? Hi, Alan. He's so cool. Officer Blunt. Tell me a little bit about yourself, Alan. How long have you been here? That sort of thing. Sure. If you've talked to my brother Mark already, you probably know I moved here 5 years ago. My wife left me, and I wanted to get away from it all. Thought I'd come in here again after all these years and give this place another shot. Turns out, it's just as bloody boring as it was when I was 10. But hey, it got me out of a place I had begun to hate even more. So it's an improvement, you know. And you get used to the pace eventually. Mark did me a big favor, giving me half of his cafe to start a business in. Guess he's not too pleased with the business I chose to run, though. Heh, he's a good guy. Where were you last night? Alan, where would you say you were last night? As I'm sure Mark must have told you already, I was at home. I wasn't feeling well, so I stayed home instead. Is there anyone that can confirm this? Apart from Mark, I don't know. Since I didn't leave home, no one saw me, you know. There's a point there. Chris and Diane, did you know them well? No, not at all. I'm the kind of person who minds his own business. I don't go interfering with people's affairs in their lives. What do you mean? You're a bartender. Bartenders usually, some troubled people go into bartenders and talk to them and spill their guts to them. But bartenders usually, sometimes are sympathetic with them. But other times they're just trying to get more money. I just don't go wasting my time getting to know people if there's no need for it. To me, it looked like they'd prefer to mind their own business as well. So no, I didn't know them at all. Alright, well, I'll talk to you later. Alright, Mr. Allen, we'll talk later if the need arises. Okie dokie. Nice fella. Alright, old man. That's Grandpa. Oh, wait. That's Grandpa. Oh, no. Grandpa's bakery. Is he your grandfather? No. Oh, no, he isn't. Is his name Grandpa, then? I don't really know, actually. You just call this guy Grandpa for no reason? Okay, then. Grandpa! I assume Grandmama is somewhere to be found. Hello, Grandpa. Yeah, that's your Grandpa! And your name is? Grandpa! ... Mr. Grandpa, I was wondering if I could ask you a few questions. And I was wondering if I could ask Mrs. Brown there out on a date. But wondering isn't doing, is it? Grandpa has got some sass. I like Grandpa. Just look at her. Oh boy, she makes me feel 40 years younger, she does. Do you ever plan to grow up, Grandpa? Any more growing up, I just my dad. And I ain't planning on doing that before I ask you out. Goodness, unbelievable behavior. Such immaturity at his age. She likes me. I know she does. I think she does too, Grandpa. You're deluded. Woo-hoo-hoo! Anyway, you had some questions for me, young man? I thought I did. I like Grandpa. Grandpa is now my favorite character in this game. How long have you lived in Pineview? Forever! My family's been here from generations. Guess I'm the last in the line now. My shop's been here for generations too, you know. And I think I've taken real good care of it. Oh, and she's taking real good care of me too. Where were you last night around 12 a.m.? Where did you think I was? Why would I say in the hospital? It's just mean. In the hospital. Are you making fun of me because I'm old? You'll be in the hospital when I'm done with you. I was at home sleeping. Can anyone confirm this? No, no one can. Leave it alone. Well, I'm trying to talk to the PYT over there next door. Let's see. What does he know about Chris and Diane? What can you tell me about Chris and Diane? When they first moved in, Chris would often come in the evening and buy some things for me. He'd come in daily almost. Looked pretty cheerful too. And a couple of months after that, he just stopped coming. Giggity, 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 giggity. Last few times he came, I could see that something wasn't right. Maybe trouble with his missus, I don't know. He and Diane went to the church maybe a handful of times. Once or twice they came over here after for coffee and donuts and apparently biscuits. They were quite a couple, I tell you. He was the quiet, nonchalant one. She an excited, electrified energy. A classic case of opposites attracted to each other. If what people say is true,
are you sure about that?
It was so wrong so fast. But then, with these things, you can never say. This was all about 4 or 5 months back. After that, I hardly ever saw them out here again. We have more questions for Grandpa. Have you noticed anything unusual lately? Out of the ordinary in recent days? Now that I think about it, I actually might have. Yes? Mrs. Brown's been tying her hair in a much tighter bun lately. I wonder what that means. Is she softening up and trying to hide that fact? Oh, Grandpa, you notice these things? I mean it when I say it. Beautiful. A passionate lover. Very passionate. Damn it, Grandpa. Hello. I was talking about the possible murders. Did you notice anything unusual leading up to that? Oh, no. Much the same, I can't say I did. He already said he lived by himself. Why am I going to ask him? Okay. Well, game wants me to ask him, so I'm gonna ask him. Do you live by yourself? Yes, I do. Now I'm sad, Grandpa. Kids left Pineview for the big city. Too boring here, they say. It's been many years since the wife died, so I run the shop here by myself, and I live down the street, pretty close by. But that's all right. I've got friends here to keep me company. Officer Blunt pays me a visit every day, for instance. Stereotypical donuts and cops. Gotta know. It's always a pleasure to meet you, Grandpa. Also, there's Miss Brown. She makes every day exciting. Please, God, give me strength. Oh, look how she flirts. Questions. All right, we'll talk later, Grandpa. All right, Grandpa, we'll talk later. Who you calling Grandpa? I'm not your Grandpa. Grandpa. Grandpa's my favorite. All right. Okay, that's one way to name a bakery. He may be kind of creepy at times, but he sure does know how to bake well. I may be old, but I'm not completely deaf, you know. Sorry, Grandpa. I'm not your Grandpa. It's a fire hydrant. Nothing special about that. These donuts. Oh, look at the donuts. Sure do look good. What do you mean they look good? They're the best in Pineview. The best damn donuts made with Grandpa's love and warmth. Want to buy some? Maybe later. Thanks, Gramp. What did you call me? I gotta say it again to him. I gotta say it to him again. Grandpa. Can I not talk to him anymore? Your grandfather. Oh, no, he isn't. Is his name Grandpa then? I don't really know exactly. Okay then. No, I gotta talk to Grandpa. More questions, young man? All right, Grandpa, we'll talk later. Who you calling Grandpa? I'm not your Grandpa. Oh, that was great. All right, let's go talk to not Grandma. That's Mrs. Brown. That's Miss Brown. That's Miss Brown. Stop telling us, Miss Brown. All right, let's talk to her. Hello, ma'am. Who is it? Ah, you're the detective, aren't you? Come to ask me about the murders? Something troubles you, boy. What is it? What do you mean? I know a troubled soul when I see one, detective. But I understand that you don't have the time for such questions. That is good. Neither do I. Now, what is it? How long have you lived here in Pineview, Miss Brown? I was born here. I've barely stepped outside of Pineview all my life. I started this shop when I was about 25. Had to support myself once I lost my husband. Do you live alone, or do you have any family here with you? Johnny's the only family I've got. He's my grandson. Lost my husband in the war. I was about 25. You must have seen Johnny, right? Always running around taking photos with his camera. His parents left him in a tough situation by making some stupid decisions in their lives, so I take care of him now. He's a good boy. He spends a lot of his time helping his grandma around the shop. I'm getting older now, too. Willpower and mental strength can only get you so far, you know. Time catches up with you eventually. Not that I lack any mental strength. I've single-handedly taken care of a lot here. You really have, Miss Brown. I really look up to you, especially the way you make your bun tight. Shut up, Grandpa. I can hear you over there. You're doing well, young lady. You're doing quite well for yourself. Where were you last night, Miss Brown? I went to bed around 9 p.m. Johnny could probably confirm that. He was home, too. Oh, what can you tell me about Chris and Diane, Miss Brown? Ah, those two. Doomed from the start. Why do you say that? I told you. I know a troubled soul when I see one. And those two? I've seen it so many times over the years. One can always tell. Others would tell you that they were very much in love, but something wasn't right. I always felt that. And then when things really did start going wrong, everyone heard about it. Oh, well, I guess that's all I have to say about that. All right, well, we'll talk later, Miss Brown. Okay, detective. Take care for now. You too, Miss Brown. As I smoke my cigarette. All right, let us continue. There's a sign. Apparently, I can't read. There's a bike. Hey. kid investigate the light. You know, the art style is so simplistic, but it works. It's like it works really well. Where am I? Oh, I'm heading to the church. Okay, we are heading to the church. Okay, the church is just randomly up here on top of a mountain. And there is the preacher. That must be Father Smith. Father Smith? Ah, hello, Detective Anderson. Anderson. Detective Anderson. First time in Pineview, I see. Yes, I only just arrived. That is good. That is good. And what do you think of it? Do you like it here? It is actually quite boring. No, just kidding. It's peaceful. But it is boring. Low key. It's peaceful. I'll admit that. It is, isn't it? You must enjoy your time here. The change of pace must feel good, coming from the city. But then, you must want to preserve this peace too, yes? Leave here without taking anything away from us? There's a way of life here, and I do my best to maintain that, for the good of my people. The ones that are here on more than just a mere whim. I see. Anyway, Detective, you had questions? Let's talk about Chris and Diane first. What can you tell me about Chris and Diane? Did you know them well? Not too well. They came to a church a couple of times after they'd moved into Pineview, but then soon stopped coming at all. They withdrew themselves from the rest of the community, and I can't say that helped them. Friends can help in difficult times, and it's obvious they were beginning to have really difficult times by the end. If they'd continued to come to church, I could have offered some guidance. Sometimes relationships can entangle you. But unfortunately, it had come to this. Whatever their troubles, it looked like they made each other suffer for it. I'm sure you'll learn what most of us here already know. In any case, I wish you luck with your investigation. Alright, well, what can you tell me about Chris's hotel project? I heard Chris was trying to start a hotel project here. As part of a Pineview's planning committee, you can tell me what that was about exactly. Sure. Chris wanted to open a hotel here with about 20 rooms or so. He said he wanted to keep it small in accordance with our bylaws, but even 20 was almost pushing it. These things always grew out of hand. Once the tourists started coming in, they'd see how untouched a place Pineview really is. Demand would increase, and of course, Chris wouldn't want to pass up on an opportunity to cash in on that. Regardless, we never got to that point. Chris always kept messing up his papers whenever he came in for approval. He'd rather misplace them or mess up some of the details. I guess the delays cost him money too. It was all going downhill fast, and well, then this happened. Can you tell me where you were at last night, Father Smith? I was here all night. I finished up some work and went home to bed by 10 p.m., I'd say. All right, well, we'll talk later. We'll talk later, Father Smith. I'm sure we will. What was that supposed to mean? That was cryptic. Oh, hey. Hotel rooms. They all feel the same, don't they? Reminds me of better times. That eerily kind of looks like me. That looks like my character, but with a different haircut. But anyway, I'm going to leave the episode there. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed it, please leave it a thumbs up. I really do appreciate it. It helps me out a lot, letting me know how you guys feel about this playthrough. Also, leave a comment down below if you are also enjoying this game. I'm having a blast with it. I'm actually very intrigued. I'm trying to figure out who did what. I kind of have a feeling, but I'm not spoiling anything and I'm not saying anything. You're entitled to your own opinion on what's going on by what you've seen so far. But we will continue this story in that next episode. So until then, have a good one.